This is Roger Wadnell, Comprehensive Planning and Research Manager for the City of Lakewood. The following presentation is for the Lakewood Planning Commission study session on June 3rd, 2020 to review the Union Neighborhood Vision Plan. This is the fourth meeting with the Lakewood Planning Commission about the Vision Plan. The agenda for the meeting will include background and context for the Vision Plan and how this plan ties into the previous planning efforts within the Union area and the recent development dialogue process. Then the details of the Union Vision Plan will be discussed, including outreach, community meetings and surveys, what was heard from the surveys, and a summary of ways to achieve the vision. Here's the timeline showing the previous plans for Union. Each plan has a specific focus. The Vision Plan focuses on land use and building and site design. The need for a vision plan in Union came from the development dialogue process, which was a community conversation that started in 2017 about topics related to sustainability, parking, and how the design of new buildings could better serve our community's vision for the future. As a result of the development dialogue process, City Council adopted several citywide zoning changes to address community concerns about development. But some land use and design concerns are area specific and need to be addressed through area plans. The first area plan is the Union area, and there may be others in the future. To understand and address the land use and design concerns for Union, the process has three elements: a vision plan, zoning overlay, and design guidelines. The vision plan identifies the vision for Union in terms of land use and building design. The zoning overlay and design guidelines are planning tools to achieve this vision and codify or formalize the changes. The next step would include additional community meetings. The next slides will focus on the vision plan and briefly summarize the process and recommendations. Here is a map showing the boundaries for the Union planning area. The boundary is consistent with previous planning efforts for the Union area. To gather input from the community, 5 meetings were held at the Hampden Inn near Union Boulevard. During each meeting, attendees were asked to participate in a survey to provide their input on topics including vision and function, site and building design, and then the 2 last meetings, recommendations were presented and feedback from the community was requested. The same survey questions and resources were also available online at lakewood.org/unionvision.
Here are a series of maps showing how the community was notified about the vision plan process and the 5 community meetings. 2 postcards were mailed to more than 2,000 residents and business owners within the planning area boundary. The same 2 postcards were also mailed to the contact persons for the homeowners associations and neighborhood organizations within or adjacent to the planning area boundary. 8 posts on Nextdoor were also made to 20 neighborhoods announcing upcoming meetings. The posts reached approximately 6,500 individuals. Lakewood staff also regularly attended the Union Corridor Professionals Group and announced upcoming meeting dates at the meetings. The Union Corridor Professionals Group also included the Union Vision meeting information in its e-newsletter. Here is the resulting outreach map. The 2 postcards that were mailed are shown here, along with the poster that was shared with businesses and organizations to post in common areas.
Here are a few images from the community meetings. The first meeting focused on vision and land use. The survey asked participants to complete the following sentence: in 20 years, the Union neighborhood should be a place that. This slide lists only a few responses that were received. The complete survey results are available at lakewood.org/unionvision. There were many key words or phrases that individuals used to describe their vision for Union over the next 20 years, including vibrant, safe, sustainable, walkable, unique restaurants, and employment opportunities, just to name a few. The survey responses helped to create this vision statement. In 20 years, the Union neighborhood is envisioned to be a diverse, thriving community that is walkable and safe. A variety of restaurants and retail make it a destination for residents and visitors alike. Thriving employment and services support those who live and work here. The area is easy to navigate and travel through. The natural beauty of ample landscaping and open space offers tranquility in this vibrant corridor. Land use and zoning, site and building design, and mobility and accessibility are the planning tools that can help achieve this vision. The vision plan is organized into these 3 recommendation categories. Within the project area, 3 sub-areas emerged based upon their key characteristics and existing land uses. Land use permissions are defined in the Lakewood zoning ordinance, and there are 8 different zone districts within the entire planning area. During the first 2 meetings, participants were asked to describe their vision and desired land uses for the 3 sub-areas. Here's what was heard for each sub-area. Based upon these responses, recommendations were drafted to either remove or add specific land uses for each sub-area. Please refer to the vision plan for the full list of zoning and land use recommendations. Page numbers are listed for each planning area. It is important to keep in mind all of the land uses that are allowed currently for each zone district. The recommendations are only to remove a few land uses based upon the feedback that was heard. This slide shows one example for the MCT zone district in Planning Area 1. For example, here's what this would look like on the zoning district summary sheet. These changes would only apply to future development in the Union planning area through a zoning overlay, which would be the next step in this process. The second tool to achieve the vision for Union is through site and building design. During the 3rd meeting, participants were asked about their preferences for building styles, priorities for development, building design, street design, and public plaza design elements. For building design, the majority of individuals indicated that they would like to see symmetrical facades for buildings that include a mix of glass with solid areas, and the building mass itself should be varied. Respondents to surveys indicated that building heights should be mixed, ground floor design should be landscaped and contain architectural features, building materials should be comprised of earth tone colors. Preferences included that buildings should include 2 to 3 materials, and buildings should be comprised of stone masonry. For streetscape design, preferences included for landscaping, street trees should be included in rights-of-way. For water quality, landscape should include treatment for water quality, and for shared use paths, that they should be provided. For public plaza design, respondents would like to see walking paths, seating areas, and public art. Based upon these preferences, 4 design principles were developed that will help inform the next step of this process, which is to develop design guidelines. Please refer to the vision plan for recommendations under each principle. Page numbers are listed. Page 36 in the vision plan outlines the recommendations for mobility and access, which reinforce the recommendations identified in the 2018 transportation study. This concludes the presentation for the Union Neighborhood Vision Plan. This has been a presentation for the Lakewood Planning Commission study session on June 3rd, 2020. If you have questions or comments, you may submit them here at lakewoodspeaks.org.